Welcome back, ladies and gents. Brag with your brain. I'm Josh from Deed Freak Media. What the entry! My famous friend, ik say. How are you, bro? Right?
I'm good and you, celebrity?
Lekker. How's things going, bro? It's been a while, ne?
Yeah, it's been one night. So,
Yeah. Don't
I'm
break
good.
our furniture, man. Don't break our furniture. Give us a small introduction here, man. Who's in the famous pod seat for the day?
Okay, first of all, you're putting me on the spot, but it's fine. Okay, as everyone know me as Shannon. My nickname Jiggy. So, yeah, I've been around and been on the scene quite some time. So, yeah.
How short for taking the time to take the time, bro. Today's episode is going to be a lot shorter than usual, as I explained to you. So we're just going to speak about cars for a bit, you know? Not necessarily only stance cars, but cars
In general.
holistically in general for Slam City. You know what I'm saying? We've both been around. Okay, you've been around longer than me.
Not
Yeah,
actually.
he's actually the elder for today. So, are you alright, Uncle? Must I get you something? Are you okay?
Something like what? Water will be fine.
What
for
will be
now.
fine. Okay, man, no problem. But yeah, without further ado, bro, what's happening at the moment, bro? Things are very different in a few months' time, no? And I say things are different. If we kick it off like maybe with events,
Uh,
it's quiet in general, no?
I won't say actually quiet. Obviously, we're still getting
No, I don't mean for you
no, I
specifically. I
mean
mean
like
for
in
everybody.
general.
Yeah,
Obviously, after the festive season,
yeah.
everyone is finding their feet. January is a bit rough, so
And then
getting back.
February
Yeah.
afterwards.
So that is also how I see it because over the festive season, people don't really think about events because it's mainly like good time, spending time with family, catching up, whatever, traveling, whatever you need to do. So from time to time, you don't actually, if you do plan like event early in the year, it takes most of your time, especially over festive season, because you have to promote marketing, everything. So it is a bit of a tricky one. But if you like basically in it and it's a norm, you know how to generate everything.
Yeah.
So I won't say it's quiet, it's just the planning based on everything.
Yeah. Take some time and energy, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I wanted to speak to you was I was doing some scrolling, which is not something I get into too much because I tend to get carried away with, right? What is your take on the import brands of cars at the moment? Because there's a big influx of it. When I say a big influx, there's nothing wrong. Oh, I've never owned one or driven one to date, but there's nothing wrong with the import cars. But what I'm saying is, sales wise, or let me put it as a visual, what you see nowadays, you see a lot more of these import cars new than you're going to see, I don't know, a Tiguan or
Oh, a normal like
a
a brand that's
RAV4 or
basically or
Fortuner or
VW,
something.
BM.
Yeah.
Like I would say, okay, for me, I had this conversation quite some time ago or so. Like people intend to jump on a bandwagon, especially when it comes to us import cars. Yes, it's much cheaper as a VW brand. So obviously you go, you like what you can afford, your pocket basically.
Yeah.
So, but if you a bit deeper into the situation, people don't actually think about it because if like all imported cars basically, like parts, example, like if you look at the I, what I see is like there's no dealership basically. So it is a benefit and it can actually like be frustrating, especially because yesterday I spoke to someone also and like one of the guys bought one of us, I don't know which car it is, but it was imported cars and then the car was standing for 6 months because they were waiting for some part or something. Like obviously they gave you a car, courtesy car, but after 2 months the car was standing for 6 months. You only
Six
had it.
months is half a
So
year.
so you're still paying, but you don't check your contract because you in a process where you just sign, you know the deal is it's a new car basically. So you just think, okay, now this car won't give me problems. But when something happened and then you realize, okay, I made a mistake. But we learn from it. So that's just my take basically. So you need to actually just look into it a bit deeper, I think,
Yeah.
before just signing, like they say, the TNCs.
Yeah.
So, terms and conditions, it's important to read.
Be careful, yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful. As you actually covered my next question now, but I think we're in the scariest generation ever, bruh. Do you know it?
Meaning?
Meaning like ChatGPT, Nexus, what is the other one? Grok. Perplexity has taken over the world, bruh. Kimi also. You do realize that the people that's in school now is using ChatGPT and stuff for the exam papers, and like in 5 years, 10 years, this is the people that we expect to be our lawyers and doctors, nah?
Bro, I didn't even think that far. Like what you're saying, like yeah, I do have conversations like now and then, and like for me, with technology, everything is so easy these days.
Yeah.
Especially, like if you look at back then, we never had cell phones,
Yeah.
example, and now a
Those were
child,
dark times, eh?
you understand? So now it's like
uh,
a child that's 5 years old have their own phone
mm,
because if the child do whatever you must be having, they just give you the phone to keep quiet,
yeah.
basically. You
Calm down.
understand?
Coco Melon, hulle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coco Melon, Coco Melon. Obviously, we've touched now on the import cars, and you took a step further now with the spares and things. What do you think that means for tires in general? Because stance guys always have, I don't want to say a need, let me say a desire for a tire. Whether it's a bigger tire, whether it's a lower profile, whether it's a new set of tires. There's always the conversation that happens around tires. What do you think the impact is of it now for these import cars?
Okay, what I've noticed also is majority of these cars actually comes with import tires. So like a
Okay.
Chinese brand, they already come with the tires. So
Yeah.
obviously, as assemble everything, they just imported it.
Yeah.
So that is also one thing that affects the market,
Mm.
especially like the tire companies example. So obviously it's more of you you buying a cheaper tire, especially as imports. Is a lot of like okay the stance community. We majority of the people go for the import tire for the stretch, all of that. So I think that is also something like automotive tire sector need to look at
Mm.
to accommodate us. But then again, is like I said, the terms and conditions,
Yeah.
because what we do basically is not a normal thing that a normal person would do. Because why would you drive with a stretch tire on? You understand? Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
Nah, I hear
just
you. I hear you.
it's just for the look.
Mm.
It's more of satisfaction.
Yeah. Nah, I
So
can look like this now because as you know, I don't have a car at the moment. I'm a fully compliant, law-abiding citizen. You check.
apparently, I say.
Yeah, apparently you can say, but there's no traffic cops looking at me like none of it, bro. It's been
Are you
quiet, bro.
sure?
It's been quiet. It's been
Okay,
quiet.
it's been quiet. Okay, if you maybe in a roadblock, you think they're gonna let you pass. They obviously gonna check a license does.
Yeah. We got
So
it. We got it. Yeah. We got it. Yeah. We got it.
so
But it goes, man. It comes, my guy. You know, you must take it, man. You must take it, man. But one day when you're ready, we'll hop onto the other YouTube channel for the Slam City Stance Journal. One of my other ventures. But while we're speaking about stance, what do you think is the next step for growth for our city, bro? When I ask growth before you answer, I don't know if you've seen the episode of 4-1 and Dello.
yeah.
They gave a beautiful shout out to you guys. Obviously, the competitive nature, the creativity is always on point. You guys are really, always pushing boundaries, always keeping the creative spark there, you know? So, what do you think holistically for our city as a next step?
okay, you know what? I would say what I would suggest is I don't want to actually get into the politics
Mm.
when I like mainly like I'm speaking about the politicians because especially now with elections coming up. there's always things happening, like they're coming out. Obviously, that is just for votes. And when they in that seat or position, then they tend to forget because, like, I remember that was like 2017 or 2018. That was like for me. That is also something we tried at the Galvin Stadium. We had like a Sunday vibe where we had all the cars on the basically in the stadium, but it took a lot of effort because it was back and forth, back and forth. Okay, what actually played a big role was like I knew people that actually helped me. So like Auntie Charlene David, she was one of them, and then Councillor Andy, but obviously he passed on, so he also played a
So
big
rest in
role.
peace, bro.
So he helped us a lot, and with everything that was basically should have been an obstacle, he made it very easy and simple for us, and eventually we pulled it off. We had like a scrape parade, was basically the event's name, and like myself, Zain, and a few other guys, we used that opportunity. Like I died just there and then. You understand? Because obviously, like I said before the pod, you have to be consistent, man. And if you have a job, full-time job, and a side hustle, I would say, because events is like it's like a child. Basically, you need to invest fully into it all the time, like from time to time, like not just a once-off thing. So I would say maybe if the I won't say the government basically or like the PA started like start is not the crime thing example, but actually what are they doing to improve a situation, especially around our hobby as a culture? Are you investing in it? Because every time there's no money for this, there's no money for that. But is there actually a budget allocated for that? And if there is a budget or they look into it, like they said, spinning is a sport. Stance is also like it's creative. I wouldn't say it's a
Has it
sport.
now been fully
Yeah.
written in legal? Spinning is now.
They in the process. I don't know, is it finalized or whatever. But like I said, there's a lot of things that need to take place for the culture to grow.
Yeah.
And I would say is if if we basically from the Northern have a allocated area or a piece of ground that we can say, right, okay, us is yours, or get a chairman or whatever to actually like run it. Because
Just to interject there, spinning is now formally recognized as a regulated sport in South Africa.
Okay, congratulations.
you understand. So now where spinning actually is now where stance at the moment, because they said stance is not a crime, but you still get gemors. You understand?
Yeah.
And I think if someone can come forward maybe and say, okay, right now we decide that this is what we're going to do for the stance culture example. Because there's a lot of people, but now it's always a debate. Even like the last time, I don't know if you remember a few years ago or so when they had that interview on the radio where the traffic chief was on the radio.
Oh, the Cape Town guy, ne?
No, I think it's Warren Prince or something like that. I'm not sure. But he was on Algoa. I think it was Algoa.
Okay.
But they obviously had a thing where they also say that they will basically have like a chairman, secretary, whatever for the stance.
Yeah.
But we have to like basically have some kind of rules because you know the no play driving owens.
Yeah.
That is also things that the guys do. They don't think, but obviously we all went through it phase.
Yeah.
So I think we need structure before anything else. Then there might be growth, and not just people that's in a position for self gain. Actually, looking at the people at the bottom, you check. So you know how it goes. If you're in a certain position, then you tend to forget about the people that.
I wouldn't know
No,
yet. Yet, never. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So
Yeah. If there was to come a board, if I can put it a board, or what do you call it, the org chart,
i-
the
like,
org chart organization.
yeah,
Would you like to participate in something like that?
the thing is,
If you
I
can, if you're
like
available and you have the time and
I
space
won't
and all
say
of that.
that it's kind of a responsibility. I won't decline, but obviously on terms and conditions. You understand? And what with everything happening, and obviously, like I would say, if we as a car community can actually come together, not just like like the spinning, racing stance.
I'm gonna ask you to break that down for me now. No.
No, but I'm gonna get to it.
Okay, go for it.
uh, if we can maybe get all of that people, like you now decide, okay, maybe you would be for the stance example, then you get who's now racing someone that's basically been still on the scene. Okay, example, Ilana.
Okay.
And then you get the spinning guy, maybe like someone that is basically doing things for the spinning. Okay, like Shabir, right? He's Unity Motors. So that would be basically the top three. And then obviously I have a breakdown because obviously you can't expect a stance guy to communicate to the spinning guys because you don't have the knowledge basically and what it takes. So obviously there needs to be a breakdown and obviously there needs to be like structure so everything can form and fall into place. So that's what I would suggest. But it takes time and everyone is busy, day to day life, job, whatever. So like that comes in with if you get that position, obviously it's gonna come with the price. So it's gonna be a salary that has to be paid out to that person because obviously you need to take control over the other like this whole situation you have to take control over it.
There has to be a membership thing
Yeah.
as well. Where you feel because you're paying something towards it, you're committed to it.
Yeah.
And that is even from the slant industry days. We always said 100 rand a month membership fee.
Yeah.
And
Can we know
because
you
in our
committed?
port, if anybody need anything, take out.
No, I understand, but that's why I'm saying you need structure, especially like what you're saying now. Also, if you have structure, then obviously everyone just need to work together and have respect for one another. That's the main thing. Once there's respect, then everything can work out, man.
Yeah.
And
The
not
thing
one.
is, when you don't pay, you don't have respect. When you get
Yeah.
something for free, you throw it around how you want.
Yeah, I get that also. So
I
obviously,
think what he means is if somebody has to take over this role, you're not gonna have time to go. Well, not have time, but you're gonna have to decline from a day job. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
So
basically.
the incentive or whatever it is coming from him must basically cover that hole for you in your
And
life.
and another thing that I actually thought of, like if all us political parties can put their differences aside and actually focus on what they need to focus on because everyone want to be in charge, man. Like you serving the people, but you serving a pocket. You understand? Like as time goes on, because like my bro, for me, you can't say service delivery. Die straat is vol gaat, but you
Lampposts,
understand?
yeah. I don't know if I must comment on this guy.
No, like
No, I've got something very silly to mention, but maybe I'll tell you off camera because it's like I laugh about it. I don't follow the whole, politics thing.
I'm also not into politics. Just that we're speaking about, and also just things that comes up and what I'm thinking about basically because like my bro, for me now looking back then and looking at this current situation now, like the potholes is like it's a norm, man. And every time it's like we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that. Then you see update, yeah, Google News, whatever, like there's so much million that had to go back to treasury because the money wasn't used. Stuff like that, man. So it's also just articles that I see and I pass because at the end of the day, it's a waste of time. I'm gonna read this article and then what
You'll
is
never
the
get it
benefit?
10 minutes back.
Yeah, of your
It's
time.
gone. It's gone. No, it's deep, bro. It is really deep. Uh, my next question to you would be, as a competitor, no? For car competition. So whether you're going to stunts, whether you're going to spinning, whether you're going to drag racing, how much does this hinder your enthusiasm to get there? Knowing that, I'm not going to put this on camera, but the area you drive from, your house, your home, or where your car is stored, because some people are more fortunate where they have off-site facilities. How much does that hinder you knowing that in your collection of your vehicle and traveling towards the venue of the event, there's about a 5 out of 10 chance that you might get to a part in the road where there's a new pothole, where there's a new part of the journey that is unsafe for you to pass by on your way there, where there's not street lights covered for your exit, basically going home.
You know, for me, I always say, like the college saying, "Lijn me niet geloof, man."
For sure. Ek ken my car.
So
Yeah.
I just feel like if you don't think like what you said earlier, overthinking the situation,
Yeah.
it's all in your head, man. So
Yeah.
for me, I would say I'm gonna get in a car. I know my
And you're gonna
car.
go.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna drive a car.
For
so
sure.
it's not where I'm gonna have to worry, especially if your car was broken or whatever. You still have to drive it to see if it's actually
Yeah.
function properly now. Like you replace whatever, so you must drive it to like actually know, nah, my heart is reg.
Yeah. Where's my limits? No, for sure.
understand?
The reason why I bring this up is because you kind of put me on a detour. I'm not gonna lie with my line of questioning, but these are things that you get promised. But if you actually look at it, a stuff that we short boss,
Sure.
we both working, right? We both pay taxes, SARS or whatever the case may be, and this is money that goes off your salary monthly, right? I assume most of the people that is watching this will have some sort of relation to what I'm saying, but we've become so
Used to.
used to, so dizzy, so confused by the fact that we have to appreciate stuff that we're actually paying for, bro.
But
You know, it's sad.
it's not that. Nah. Sorry for what I'm gonna say now, nah. But you've noticed, I'm not gonna say Helen by those people. If they don't have water or whatever, then they close the roads. But then again, the impact that you're causing on the next person, because now you're closing a road, people can't go to work. Everyone can't actually have that mentality because then what you're doing, yes, is right in that moment. But then again, you're causing harm to the next person that's also struggling just like you. But there's no other way because if you maybe have like protests or whatever, then maybe they're gonna listen. Majority of the time they listen to the people and then they actually do whatever they're supposed to do, or you're gonna see now that whatever council or whatever is coming forward, and then obviously they do what they need to do in that time, but it just stops there. You understand? So, like, I don't know where and how it's gonna change because, like you said, now street lights. Back then, I was like,
Bro, streetlights back in the day, like you said, we didn't have cell phones. Back in the day, streetlights was our alarm, bro. If you're not about to
yeah,
joint and the streetlights is on, you must know. You know what is waiting for you. You
yeah,
get what I'm
exactly.
saying? But again, I don't think we've obviously got our own problems in South Africa, not only in PE with electricity, but I just think like at least streetlights may run. You know what I mean?
But then again, there's
Not every area is safe, man. That's what I'm
yeah,
trying to say.
but
And
then
when you
again,
travel, not only to an event, maybe you travel okay, I'm not gonna disclose where you work, but your road to work
Yeah, it's dark.
is
Whatever.
dark, boss. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but the problem is now, you know what? Especially in this era that we're living in, people is unemployed. So now we have electricians that actually just decide, okay, right, ons gaan 'n skarrel aanvat. Then they cut the cables because obviously that is an income. Unemployment is
I
one of
think
the
that must
biggest.
be a topic for a different episode because as much as yeah, I think we must just leave it. Let me not dive into
No,
it
but
on the
that's why
pod.
I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. I hear
So
what you're saying.
we all you need to put food on the table first of all.
Yeah.
You understand? So people is looking at other avenues that way is gonna be a quick buck just to put food on the table.
Yeah.
Or then you get again people that's doing it just to support their habits. So it's a bit sad if you look at, but then again, almal kyk net te kroon man. You understand?
Yeah. If you were to maybe, I think we just up on our quarter mark now, but if you were to quickly tell us where you prefer to be as a spectator, event wise, where do you think you'll end up? Sound competition, stunts, spinning, drags?
I would say I have a passion for spinning like the adrenaline. Basically, that is like
You a junkie?
yeah, nah, I am. And racing as well also. But now again with the racing it's a bit deep in the pocket. Your car is only as fast as you can like actually afford
Yeah.
what you need to do, especially when it comes to modifications.
Yeah.
Some people they scratch a bit deep. So I would say, but mainly for me now
A
as a
spectator, man.
yeah, like spinning.
Spinning.
That
Is the spin car in cards for you maybe one day?
it's been a thought in the mind, but that is it's expensive hobby. I wouldn't say sport because it's similar to stand seat and the spinning is
But you can drive
yes.
a stance car every day. I don't know anybody that drives a spin car every single day. To work, to the shop, to go fetch a small, go fetch a mochi.
Like is okay, it's one spin car, but I don't know actually it's out of town spinner, but yeah.
Die daily.
Like I'm not sure actually. If it's not
Off the top of my head, I can't, unless
can't,
you're
yeah.
really an enthusiast and you really by the means. Congratulations if
wait,
you are.
but okay,
I don't
wait.
even know what is, but that's
But,
dedication for me, bro.
way back I remember like way back when Scribante, not Scribante, Markman at three-way. Like one thing I can tell you, that time, like with Faisal and Bala them with the skyline, that man, it was like his daily. And he used to drive a car, he used to spin a car, he used to race everything with a car. So
I didn't get to see much of Mahmoud, you know that.
the really
I wasn't here.
like no me bro.
I got very little of it. I think, to be honest with you, not 5 times maximum, 4 times
Like
maximum.
they must had Sunday tracks. So it was just on the other side. So
But I wasn't living here most of that time.
okay, no,
Yeah.
understand.
So I didn't get to see the peak, if I
No,
could put
but
it
that
that way.
time was like for me, even like I remember Pala had a green skyline tripping. Like that was at the time, a few years ago, more than a decade or more, if I'm correct. So obviously that car was immaculate. I was driving it every day, spun like
But
so
things were different back then.
yeah,
You know
back
what I'm
then.
saying? Petrol wasn't, bro, I didn't want to get started on the price of petrol, bro. Because it's like they reeled us in so lekker after December, the war is coming down, is coming down, is coming down.
And then
You
boom.
get people outside, and then Easter weekend is must now coming up, you know. Strong day to everybody who's celebrating and participating in Lent and Ramadan, you know. And then after the Pascha and Easter weekend, 20 rand a liter, boss.
And bro, as I would say, adult is a scam, bro. Because, like,
Hey.
you know what? When we were younger, we always wanted to be big, man. And now, actually, where you uh, in it, and you actually realize, like, you
Nee,
It's
it's
so
not worth it, ne?
as ghetto, yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it, bro. It's really not worth it. Yeah, okay. I feel so ignorant because a lot of people used to tell me, bruh, just enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, bruh. Play your top in your marble, don't worry, bro. Once you leave it, pot or it, but there's absolutely no worry in the world, me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that you know what? It's so strange, if you look at, and especially children,
Yeah.
they, my bro, if you can wear school clothes for the rest of your life, do it because you're actually in a safe place, man.
Yeah.
And it's simple. The only thing you have to do is go to school, do what you need to do,
Yeah.
bring results.
Bring
It's
results.
simple as that. But you complicate your own life by stupid things, and then you get something like smaak in your school op. School is in line.
I could never understand it. Eh? I have a few friends that made that decisions and I could never understand it. Some people are not by the means, in all honesty, so his situation I understand. But I had lekker times when I was at
My
school.
bro, school was like for me now.
You want to shout out your high school?
Nee, leave it. Like, it's more of, it was an adventure, man.
Yeah.
And
I should be excited to go to school, bruh.
there's different reasons. That's why I said I don't want to get into that.
No, I'm
And
just saying
people,
shout out to
yeah,
St. Thomas or BD.
yeah,
Uh,
Calvin I, whatever. But still,
where did you go?
Calvin I.
Okay.
So obviously, it was exciting, especially my friend circle that I had. Okay, we weren't a good crowd, but
A good crowd.
yeah, we entertained one another. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, fine, fair enough, bro. Last few questions I'm gonna wrap up before I go out. So I have a few either or your opinion, right?
Okay.
So if you're uncomfortable with any of these, you just say skip or you don't want to answer. As I said before, I'm not gonna ask you anything crazy on camera, right?
yeah, no stress.
If you were to choose between driving a car or an SUV in our Slam City, what would it be? A car or an SUV? Not which one, a car or an SUV.
Yo, that's a tricky one.
You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to
No,
pay for it. I'm gonna
like,
give it.
yeah,
Oh, I can't give it to you, but
yeah,
you're gonna get it.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because majority of SUVs these days, they they're good, especially. But then again, I can't decide, bro. To be honest, because the best of both worlds, man. So I can't make up my mind on
Can't
that.
make up a mind.
Yeah, I can't answer because obviously you have to tell me, okay, it's a Tiguan or a 5 or just I'm just making example, depending on I would say the state the car is in. If I had
It's
to
gonna be
choose,
brand new.
yo,
I can't make it easier than that. You get to choose the
Look, yeah.
color also.
Like, yo, nah, I don't know. I can't answer because being a car guy basically is difficult. Like if you're in a
You don't want to choose something it can't be stance. Is that what you're saying?
no, there's no such thing as a car and be stance.
Oh, I like
Because-
that answer. That's a good answer. I'm gonna make a short about it. Definitely.
Anything can be stance. There's always a way, man. Man-made thing. Ons gaan 'n plan maak.
Yeah. What is the most starved manufacturer of stands in our city? When I say starved, you see a lot of VWs, Toyotas, Opels. What, in your opinion, is the most starved manufacturer for stands in PE that you see very, very little of?
Ooh, Okay, I haven't seen, especially as Chinese brand cars, I haven't seen anyone pull one of them off.
Mm.
Okay, for me, it was rare, was actually Padres Fiesta, not the Focus.
The
Yeah,
Focus, yeah.
yeah, that was something
That
that,
was something unique, yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen often, and it was different also.
Okay. If you had your choice, you're now a judge now, no? At the stance event. You have your choice. It's either or. A rep or a OEM wheel for best wheel. You personally.
Yeah, that's obviously then have to be something unique.
What steals your eye or what steals your heart? What are you excited to see?
Like there's so many options, and I just think it takes time to actually. I would say rather it's all in the mind before pulling it off. If, like you said earlier before we started, like the creativity, man. So for me, it's more of example. I think it was a while ago. Dwayne had on his golf for, I'm not sure. I think it's was it Land Rover wheel or something like that with adapters, and that was something different, totally different. Or Jeep, I'm not sure. I think it was a Jeep wheel he had on his car. I can't remember, but that was something unique. Obviously, thinking outside of a box. So
So you're gonna go with the OEM wheel.
I would say OEM, or even a donut. Like now in our generation also, especially with the car scene where the guys step the wheels. It can be a rip or whatever. It's what you do with it, man. Basically, it boils down to creativity. So you don't have to be the normal guy to win or whatever. It's just the creativity because obviously it's more putting effort into it and into your car.
Okay. Have you ever judged? I don't think I've been at an event where you've judged.
Like normally, what we used to do at our events, we would do it ourselves amongst the guys.
Okay.
You understand? So it's much easier.
Okay.
So it's not as if we all have a say. So we decide as a group decision.
Okay.
So someone is gonna say, okay, right, this car maybe or that car. Then okay, what do you have? What do you see? So we do like brainstorming in the moment where we're judging. Like, no man, you understand? So it's just one of these situations where we give what we think, like they say, give a compliment where it's due.
Give credit where it's due.
Sorry, credit, yeah.
Okay. Quite. Last thing before we get out is gonna be your favorite manufacturer for a spin car, seeing as you like spinning so much.
Yeah. I won't say it's more of the motor these days.
Okay. Choose a motor for us.
Yeah. It's a bit of a tricky one. Something that's not gonna break. Like
Money is not the option.
like I would say VQ. So it's more of a power, basically. Like I said earlier, I'm a junkie, so obviously.
All right. All right. Any shoutouts before we get out of here, bro?
Uh, Obviously to the guys, uh, all the car crews basically still keeping it up and running, and the guys are still having the hookups. That's still trying at least because the car scene is dead, man. And obviously, like you need money also for events, but what they doing, especially like the Sundays, like the Galvin track vibes. But
Yeah.
they
Shout
not-
out Jaren. I actually need to
yeah.
get Jaren back here. I have something I wanna ask him. But yeah, it is Sundays is difficult for me, bro. Ne? It's always been like even before the Spanish tires now, bro. Sundays is a bit difficult, man.
Sundays, my bro, Sundays.
But this is
to
me
reset.
personally. I'm not trying to talk
Yeah.
anybody. This is me personally. Sundays are just a different day for me, man. You try.
But Sunday is more to reset for the week ahead, man. And like it's difficult, especially like working full time. So yeah.
For those of you that don't know, né, this is like one of my my music plugs. Right? I know where he gets his selection from. Obviously, he's got a lot more DJ friends than I do, but this is one of my music plugs. And I don't know, do you post on Facebook a lot now? Né?
I don't have Facebook, bro.
You don't have Facebook, only
I never
Insta.
had Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll drop, is it right? I drop your Instagram handle. I don't know if you're going to post the numbers that you post like on your status for on Instagram. That's what I'm
Oh,
asking.
like for me on Insta, I would like it's it's kind of crazy because like for me, I wake up now in the morning. Like when I wake up,
No.
I don't really watch TV. So I'm
Okay.
more of someone that will listen to radio or I will listen to music basically.
Okay.
So I will hear something maybe playing and I will just think back of a event or something where I heard a song. And then obviously I will
Triggers
start
the moment.
Yeah, and I will start searching whatever and like I haven't heard this in a while. So obviously searching and then this will pop up, that will pop up. So obviously it's a bit of a situation where taking me back and new music is for me it's something I always search, especially like new like artists dropping new music. My bro, I love music and music is actually a form of like it's a love language. I would say because
Oh, Mr. Lover, this is Casanova Steins, jong. Tune in.
my bro,
Oh.
it's just weird, man, because
Nee, but it's true what you're saying. It is. Music and cars have it in close proximity, if you ask me.
it's in line basically where
Not only that, but I mean, it's, I don't know in other cities, but for us, it doesn't matter what color your skin is, what language you speak, what suburb you come from, what race you are, or your age group. You can walk up to a car in Slam City and say, I think it's nice, bro. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with music. It's a lekker jam with me, bro. You know what I mean?
it's a selection. It's like
Yeah, you got it going, bro. One time, you got it going. Nice playlist, boss. I think you must go something here on Spotify, bro.
no man, that's where you come in. I will just
don't
drop
even-
a track and you download the playlist.
All right, before we get out of it.
What's your Instagram handle, bro?
Yeah, drop an Insta handle before I ask you the last question before we go.
Insta handles and
You
all
don't
of
wanna
that.
see a post? Okay, no stress.
I'm not that famous guy like you. Like
Yo,
following.
looks at my who's speaking, né? Before we get out of here, bro, who's your favorite rap artist and your favorite house track before we go?
Okay. My bro, I don't have a favorite artist to be honest because I listen
Shout out one then. Shout out anyone.
I listen to all genres. So it's difficult to choose one.
Shout out one then. The first one that comes to your mind.
Ja.
As ek rap en repek.
Nee, as te veel rappers nou. Nee, like for me.
Anyone that comes to mind.
Okay, yeah. At the moment now, yeah. My bro, that's why I'm saying I don't have a favorite artist because for me is if a beat drops and it
And it's
sounds
crazy
good,
and it's good.
then it's
That's
good.
the one. That's the one. All right. Everybody, shot for tuning in. Thank you very, very much for coming around, my guy. I really appreciate your time. All of the best for you and for the team, for the journey, for the venture. Thank you very much for the energy that you guys have brought, are bringing, and it's still to come. We obviously had an offline conversation. I will definitely be there for you if needed, when needed. I hope all prosperity for you guys, and I hope that everything continues to go and to grow.
Yeah,
All right, so to you and to the rest of the team, thank you very much, bro. Thanks for the chat. And thank you guys for tuning in. Brag with your brain, Josh from Deeds Freak Media. We out.